Hey, man, I don't know if y'all can see this. That means I'm on fire, baby. Bathroom Bandits is on fire. 3 wins in a row, man. Coming back, I'm telling y'all, watch your back. The Bathroom Bandits is here. Let me stop bullshit. Hey, man, this is my weekly edition of Bandits Weekly Predictions for Week 8. I'm going to start off with my matchup versus Team Nice. Team Nice start off pretty strong with the Patriots D, giving you 33 points. Um, I have Gurley and West versus Latavius Murray, who's playing the Jets, and Freeman. That's pretty even, man. I don't think Charkandrick West going to do too much against Detroit. I think he have a solid game. Latavius Murray won't do shit against the Jets. They're going to beat his ass. Um, and Todd Gurley going to run all over the 49ers. Devontae Freeman probably do the same thing for Tampa Bay. So it's a little bit easy, man. I mean, even. I like I like actually your quarterback Breeze and Matt Ryan. I think that's pretty even. So far, we're pretty even, man. Your defense scored 33. I think my defense, the Rams versus San Fran, I think they're going to do pretty good too. Uh, the difference in this game is going to be receivers. Odell Beckham, Willie Snead, and Emmanuel Sanders for Team Nice. I have Julio Jones, Brandon Marshall, and Antonio Brown with Ben Roethlisberger. I like my receivers. I like my receivers to pull this one out. Bathroom Bandit wins, improving his record to 6-2. Jay Nice, you dropped the 4-4. Next matchup, Big Time versus Munchin and Bunchin. Big Time, you got Lamar Miller on Thursday. This dude gave you 13 points. Good thing for that touchdown, unless you would have had 7. Brady, on the other hand, for Munchin and Bunchin, gave him 48. 356, 4 touchdowns, nothing but the great one-time Breezy doing his thing. You know, he also had a kicker called Guskowski that got him 16 points, more than big-time starting running back. So, I'll tell you what, man. The guy has Matt Forte, DeAndre Hopkins, T.Y. Hilton, Tyler Eifert, and a little rookie named Stephon Diggs, who's averaging 108 yards per game, versus your Chris Johnson, Golden Tate, who hasn't been getting the targets he needs, Eddie Lacy, who's a little injured still, and fighting some weight problems that I think might be the reason why his ankle keep getting hurt. So I like Munchin on Bunchin, as much as I hate to say it, to improve his record to 8-0, remaining undefeated, and Big Time you drop to 4-4. Next matchup, Enfuego versus LLX2. LLX2, you got Ben back. You got old Big Ben. He gonna do his thing. He got all his weapons healthy. Martavis, Antonio, Le'Veon, Heath Miller. You know, he got Wheaton in there. Darius Bay. Oh, he got a lot of weapons. I like Ben Roethlisberger over Fitzpatrick. But Enfuego got the running backs, man. Ivory and Lynch versus Peterson and Niles Davis. Yeah, Enfuego definitely got that. Receivers, I think, is even. Amari Cooper and Allen versus Green and Martavis Bryant. And so are the tight ends. Travis Kelce versus Ladarius Green. Ladarius Green, I would normally say, wouldn't have enough targets to keep up with Kelce. But Antonio Gates is hurt, man. He's not playing. So I like Ladarius Green to have a big game. I think the difference in this game is going to be that flex player for Enfuego, Alshon Jeffrey over Anquan Bolden, and the strength of running backs. That's going to push him up to 6-2, and LLX2 you'll drop to 4-4. Next matchup, Dom versus Roy Oak. Dom, you had Jarvis Landry playing on Thursday. Gave you 16 points. Nothing great, but a solid output nonetheless. Listen, Dom, you got Gio Bernard, C.J. Spiller, and Abdullah as your running backs on your starting roster. That's not going to cut it, man. I think that's going to be the weakness in your team. It always has been, and it always will be. Roy Oak has Carlos Hyde, even though he's hurt. I think he'll do better than any one of those guys. He has Le'Veon Bell, who is, hey, Le'Veon Bell. And he also has Fitzgerald at the flex spot to go along with Steve Smith and Calvin Johnson. Listen, I like Roy Oak to win this one, improving their record to 5-3. Dom, you dropped 2-6. Next matchup, Carolina Pride versus Century Legends. They both had a player playing on Thursday. Century Legends had the Gronk, 113 and a touchdown, 31 points. Hey, Gronk is the best, man. The best tight end in the game. Carolina Pride had Rashard Matthews, who gave him a decent game, 7 receptions, 62 yards, 13 points. Um, Century Legends, other than your quarterback being Andy Dalton, and maybe Jimmy Graham and Decker having decent games, I don't think you stand a chance against Carolina Pride this week, man. I don't think Jennings and Melvin Gordon and Stevie Johnson, guys like that, I don't think they deserve to be on anybody's starting roster. But you keep them on there, and I predict you to lose, man. I think Jonathan Stewart and Frank Gore have a much better game than those running backs. Olsen have a better game than Graham. And I just think that all in all, you don't have what it takes to beat Carolina Pride this week. Carolina Pride, you'd be 1-7 at the end of the week, and Century Legends, you will drop to 1-7. Last matchup, we have White Chocolate versus the Extractors. Listen, Extractors, Deion Lewis did he did some magic for you. 93 receiving yards and a touchdown, 22 points. On the other side, White Chocolate had Edelman with 81 yards and 2 touchdowns for 29 points. And LeGarrette Blount, who, unless he gets a touchdown, just isn't going to score a lot of points. He gave you 8. Other than those players, I see the advantage in quarterback, White Chocolate, Rogers over Hoyer. Advantage in running backs, I give it to the Extractors, Forsett and Martin over Andrews and Ingram. The flex players already played on both teams, so that's 22-8 advantage Extractors. And as far as receivers, Brandon Cooks and Demaryius Thomas for the Extractors versus Edelman and Macklin, I think that's even. So it's going to boil down to two things. It's going to boil down to Aaron Rodgers, and it's going to boil down to the Broncos saving White Chocolate, which I personally don't think will happen. So I pick Extractors to win their second game of the season, improving them to 2-6, while White Chocolate drops to 5-3. All right, guys, those are my predictions for Week 8. Hey, I might not be the great one, but I'm pretty damn good. And I think that I will get all 5 of these right this week. I mean, all 6. I said 5 because I wasn't including mine. But I think I'll get them all 6 right this week. And I'm going to check y'all out on Tuesday to let y'all know how my results went. Okay? But until Tuesday, I want to wish everybody good luck this week in their games. And always remember the theme, man. Say it with me, fellas. Bandits, run this bitch.